Good evening everyone and welcome to the Bauer Arena at iceSheffield. Jonathan Phillips and Ron Shudra here with you for the first game of pre-season, a matchup between the Sheffield Steelers of the UK Elite League and Leksands IF of the Swedish Allsvenskan. In April's playoff final it was nearly but not quite for the Steelers, and it meant a trophyless season for the first time in 5 years. That's prompted a split from the old guard. Some retired, some moved on, some weren't wanted. And instead the club has hitched themselves to a new generation, for better, for worse. Something old, former Steeler Ben O'Connor's playing this weekend for the opposition, Leksands of the Allsvenskan. Something new, there are 16 new faces in the Steelers lineup. Something borrowed, we're at iceSheffield, the temporary home across the road. And something blue, there's some new trim on the Steelers shorts this season.
Something to break up the orange.
Just clear it up, both referees weren't present for the national anthem. They are now, Chris Wells and Steve Brown. Linesmen are Liv Anderson and Rob Puller. Matheson under pressure, taken from him by Lang, and here's Brums, takes the shot on and scores! Just as the penalty hits zero, Leksands take the lead.
Yeah, it looks as though Matheson just tries to do a little bit too much there and not just taking the puck and putting it down the ice, and gives the opportunity to come here, and then it's just a perfect shot. You can see Whistle's down, but he's at the top of the crease, and there's not a lot of room up top, and he puts that just up between the elbow and the shoulder and off the top bar and down. 1-0 Leksands on a pretty good shot, to be fair.
Jonathan Phillips. Look all the way around the ball, Steelers got to be careful here, they're changing lines. That's it, a couple of skates, and the Steelers knew they couldn't play it. They were going to get called for too many men. And Valtve Olsen sees his shot saved by Whistle. He's made some good stops in the first half of this first period. Eberle tries to drag it around Nordsater. Didn't quite happen, and that puck has gone up into the netting.
Another good save by Whistle there, and that's two for the Swedish on-loan player from the team from last year, doing a good job. But we look like it's going to be a penalty straight away here, as the referees have called one for straight out of the play. But here we see the Whistle save. Nice little toe save here as we catch up to it right here. Whistle right there, you can see it's a bit of unorthodox for sure with that toe save, but a great job. And going back down the ice, it's a puck out of play, so it's delay a game. And it puts Sheffield back for number 3 here on the power play, which they need to try to get one here to get back in this for sure.
Slap shot comes in and it just goes across the face of goal. Forsberger with the hit on Matheson, which will be a penalty. He looks to the skies, but cross-checking has been called. And Forsberger is going to have to go to the box and join Nordsater.
Yeah, 5-on-3 opportunity here. I think it's more that it's a little bit from behind than anything. It's a pretty good push. It's not a jerky cross-check from what, unless we get the look at it again. But you know, we were over in Sweden last year for a camp and saw an Allsvenskan game, and that wasn't called over there. So maybe just a little bit of things that are happening over here and over there that might be just a little bit different between the refereeing.
Just 11 seconds between the penalties, so a big opportunity here. 1:49 of 5-on-3. Steelers trailing by a goal. McFadden hits one, save made, puck is loose, oh, and it's covered up just in time. McFadden's shot not quite held by Braga. There was enough of a recovery from the netminder to keep it out.
Yeah, good hard shot here by McFadden. You can see Matheson there just clearing the lane out in front of him to allow the other big defenseman to walk around the top. And he just about sneaks it just under the armpit there, you can see it.
Lang trying to skate it away, can't get past. Here's Pitt. Johnson. Sent into the crease, it must be, it is! Simplest of finish for Jordan Owens.
A nice well-worked goal there, you can see again. They're looking for the backdoor tip play, and the player in front just gets a piece of it, and it just dribbles through to Owens on the back door. Right here you can see he gets one sort of deflection on it, and then he's got all the back door there he can do, and not much the Swedish defenseman can do except look skyward, as only the netminder can do, as he's got a wide open net just to push it in the back door.
Here's Brums, scorer of the Leksands goal. Not able to hold on to it for too long, but he does get a skate on that outlet pass, and that'll make life difficult for the Steelers. They're out of possession again. Long dump in, taken on by Carlsberg. Played across, Carlsberg, oh what a finish that is! Fantastic around whistle, and a short-handed goal puts the Swedes back in front.
Yeah, pretty good power move there around Josh McFadden. We'll see if McFadden has him here pretty good, gets him to the outside, but watch that's inside edge and outside edge. It's actually from the goal line. Whistle has him as well. He thinks he's got enough of it, but he has just that half an inch above the goal line, and boy, oh boy, that's a pretty good finish from a real sharp, difficult angle.
The Sheffield Steelers find themselves trailing again. We're into the final minutes of the period. Steelers still on the power play. Josh Pitt brings it forward, gets a shooting chance. It's just wide, and good reactions from Braga as the boards brought the puck back into a dangerous area. Johnson moves it on. One-timer from Dowd. Good save off the left arm. Braga got it up just in time. Oh, and the clearing attempt hits his own teammate on the head, and then an awkward collision involving Dowd and Carlsberg. Dowd again. Final 20 seconds of power play. Owens needs a little bit of help. Moves it on to Pitt. Dowd. Pitt again. Final few seconds. Owens. It'll come back for Johnson. Fires one through. Save made. Dowd, can he pick a spot? He can! Just as the penalty expires, the Steelers do what Leksands did earlier in the period. Back to full strength just in time, but they couldn't get into play, and Dowd has levelled it at 2-2. Well, they're going to run 14 seconds on before the time restarts, so we've lost 10 seconds of game time by my reckoning. That may not be perfectly accurate, but I think it's closer than 14 seconds. Anyway, here's David Phillips, shot through traffic and a kick save. Must have seen it late, Braga, but here comes Imo, and he's got support available. Imo moves inside. Imo with the shot. Whistle with the save, and he holds on. It's in there somewhere.
Yeah, again, he tracks the puck really well. A good job. Imo's, to be fair, the best offensive player on the team so far. I think Lang's had a pretty good game, but it's a nice, again, almost puts himself off balance with the power that he drives around Phillips. Sticks her in the lane, but look at Whistle. Track. It goes glove in the right position there, just on the top of the knee. It goes into the glove, and he just feels where it is and just grabs a hold with his elbow as well.
Bergqvist, ambitious pass. Johnson read it, intercepted calmly. Now here comes Buzzio the other way. He's got no support at all. The Steelers are completing a line change, and there's no way past O'Connor. Poor clearing attempt. The Steelers will keep this in the zone through Martinelli. Sent in deep, chasing after it is Owens. He can't get to it. Valkve Olsen. Whistle steers it away. Martinelli hits Valkve Olsen hard after he sent that puck towards goal. Steelers know he's a scoring danger. They want to be physical against him. We've seen a good hit on him already in this game by McFadden. Here's Dowd, final 2 minutes. Steelers have been on the back foot for a lot of this game. They've killed a lot of penalties. Their defensive efforts have been excellent. They've had a couple of slices of fortune with a shot off the crossbar and a shot off the post. Can they take their chance when they develop it? Here's McGrath. Yes, they can! Evan McGrath finds the top corner, and it might just be a game winner.
Yeah, what a great opportunity there. They do. Good job by Owens there. He finds McGrath high in the slot, but he receives it, turns, and then watch the whip and the snap. Just pops up the stick and goes high over the blocker. Robbie Dow doing a good job there, creating some time for him to get that chance and turn his feet. But excellent work down the boards and a great job coming across. Works out well for Sheffield there as they put it in the back of the net with a minute and a half to go.
Olas is out, John Knutz is in, and it's another face-off win. Off the glass, does it get out of the zone? O'Connor stops it with his knee. McFadden's under all sorts of pressure here. Valkve Olsen's got it. Around the boards, good hit from Martinelli. McFadden trying to keep it away. Can't do it for too long though. Carlson. Sent towards goal, it's blocked in front, the Steelers clear it away. That's a good kick, it might go in, it'll go just wide, but it won't matter because time will expire and the Steelers will win this pre-season game by 3-2. And what a reaction it gets, and what an effort it has been from this Sheffield Steelers side.
Well, you know, it was one of those games back and forward, plenty of opportunities on the penalty kill and the power play, and I think that's really hurt the Swedes. The 0 for 8 or 0 for 9 that they went is huge. If you do that in their own league, then they're not going to win anything, but obviously early doors, Sheffield did well. All 4 lines, in my opinion, did very, very well.
So this is game 2 of the weekend. Now here's Persson, nice little backhand play. Steelers jab at it, and there's going to be a breakaway here. Jordan Owens, he scored last night. Oh, and he tried to put it through the 5-hole, and it did go through, but it trickled just wide as netminder Arnson slid across.
Yeah, big turnover there at the blue line. You can see a little miscommunication, and Owens is off to the races. Defense desperately trying to get back. It was a nice move in on the big young netminder. It opens him up, and I thought it actually gone in behind him, but he must have just caught the back of his toe as he comes across. As you can see, right here, it's through in there and right underneath. Then it pops right back up underneath.
Still possession with Leksands. Carlson. Shooting chance. Oh, save made, but there's going to be another penalty here as whistle covers up. The Steelers are going to go down to 3 skaters here. We've got another cross-checking call coming in.
Yeah, this time it's Darnell. It's going to call this cross-checking out in front. Maybe a little bit too aggressive through the back. You can see it right there. It can be an interference call as well, as the player is not involved in the play. He's just doing his job in front, screening, and the big Sheffield defenseman there gives him a nice little cross across the back, which sends him flying. So again, now a lot of pressure here. They got their offensive guys on the ice that they want 5-on-3.
O'Connor's waiting. Can they find a passing lane to get it to him? They do. He doesn't take on the shot, and it pops past Carlson, who just took his eye off the puck. Trying to feed it through the crease, and it's well defended there by Matt Rupert. Doesn't get it out of the zone though. Charlin. O'Connor wants to swap sides so he can get onto his forehand. Fed across the crease, but the Steelers had a stick down. Again, it's good work from Johnson. Another penalty coming in here. The Steelers are getting themselves in trouble with the officials. Backdoor chance not taken. Charlin hammers one, and Whistle lays down to save it.
That's a great save. The big redwood save by Whistle in front of the net. What a fantastic athletic ability there. He's totally out of the play here, and a big bomb coming in from the blue line as he's going right to left right here. It just pops out. He's well past the post. You can see him as Charlin comes in and steps into one here, thinking he's got a goal, but there's Whistle just diving across. That's the old, again, Marty Brodeur that we said yesterday with the kick save. This is a great 2-pad stack.
So power play number 3 for the Steelers. They're 0 for 2 so far. That, of course, is on 1 full 2-minute power play and another shortened 1 minute and 1 second power play. Puck sent across the crease. Matt Rupert. Oh, and he couldn't quite get it to Matheson. Netminder was scrambling. Buzzio trapped in the corner, and then he gives up a trip, and that penalty will take things back to 4-on-4. And a frustrated silence around the arena.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there. You can see the puck just gets away, and as he goes to get a hold of it, he grabs a leg instead. And a little bit of help maybe from the Swede, but you know, again, getting it up underneath and caught under the knee like that, and it doesn't take an awful lot to go down. But a good opportunity here is Sheffield go back door and just can't get it. You know, right-handed shot might have been a little bit better, has the goalie flopping around, but that's a big netminder in there for a young kid. He looks from up here that it looks about 6'4", so big opportunity for Sheffield to get something going, and they didn't quite do it and gave up a penalty. But hey, 4-on-4, lots of open ice with some great skaters. We'll see what can happen.
Tripping minor confirmed, puck doesn't get out. Forsberg, lovely play, superbly taken by Rundqvist, who stayed calm and slipped it over the line.
And that's what we said with that extra bit of room. You know, you got some great skill on the turnover here, and you'll see it just gets slipped in between and underneath Martinelli as he goes down for the block, and then that's a great little move. You can see the nice hard heel edges there as Whistle bites a little bit and goes across, which he has to do, and he just can't quite get back in time to stop that from going into the open net.
Paul Thompson has given a lot of players a chance on special teams this weekend. Need to see who's impressing him. Gula with the interception, that'll certainly do that. And across to Phillips. Winds and fires, but it's straight into the body. Arnson had his angle spot on.
Yeah, good play there. Owens just mentions and sees, just gets his head up and sees Phillips. And we all know how quick Jonathan Phillips can get away to the races here. And this time elects to take the shot from the outside. And the big Swedish, or not Swedish, Norwegian netminder's got good position as you see Phillips wind and fire here. And that's straight into the old breadbasket, and some good positioning there by both players.
So the Steelers are going to go to 0 for 5 tonight with the man advantage. Long pass out, beats the offside. Drop back for Dowd, he'll snap one, kick save, big rebound. The Steelers get to it, but not in a position where McGrath could get a shot off. Johnson with a nice touch, but it didn't reach Dowd, and now here's Finn Olsen. Charlin goes to the net, Nordsader trails, and Whistle saves, and we've got another penalty coming in as Charlin went close to the netminder again. And we'll have to wait and see what the officials are going to decide on this one.
They're going to give Charlin another penalty here as he's driving through the net. But if you look at his head, he's looking back all the time, and by the time he turns around, he's already on top of the netminder there. So
here's O'Connor. It's opening up for Ben O'Connor. He's off target. And we've got a penalty coming in against Sheffield this time, and the parade to the penalty box is continuing. It's a high sticking call.
Yeah, the referees are trying to keep a lid on things and keeping all the niggly stuff down. And you know, again, a lot of the new Sheffield guys are going to have to get used to this sort of thing. That they may have got away a little bit back in North America or wherever else they were playing. So
to reach the halfway point of this game, Leksands leading by 1-0, scored by David Rundqvist in the 17th minute. Oscar Lang leaves the puck behind. Easy clearance for the Steelers.
I wonder what it would be like if you actually brought one of the Swedish officials over to do a 1-on-1 to see if there'd be anything different called.
Well, we had Liv Anderson yesterday.
Yeah, as a referee, not on the line. As a referee to see. Obviously the different leagues that are coming over and playing against, obviously the British teams. Bring an official over and see what happens. Whether they can teach the British guys, or the British guys can teach them a thing or two. You never know.
Eberle plays it into the crease and it forces a cover-up. Crowd appreciate the penalty-killing efforts of Tanner Eberle, and he wants words. Oh, and then Johnson says, "Have some of that." Gunnarsson gives him a stare. Johnson's the winner of that one.
Yeah, it is. But again, Eberle, they're going at her toe-to-toe, and someone comes in from the back, and then someone comes in from the front, and if that's the old elite league stuff, there may have been a scrap out of it to start to calm it all down. I think that's one thing that you're not going to see here is exactly that. You're not going to see the fight go off to calm things down, which whether it does or it doesn't at certain times in the game, it might just break the ice a little bit and get rid of the niggly things. But again, you got two different teams playing two different systems, trying to impress the coaches to get more ice time for the guys on the ice, so they're not going to back down from one another either.
Well, the referee has called the captains together. You can guess at what the message was to Jonathan Phillips and Martin Karlsson.
You hope it is. Let's just play some hockey and go up and down the ice here, guys, and let's keep the niggly stuff out of it.
I think the message from the players to the referee is let's just play some hockey as well.
Well, it is. It's fine, but again, the referees are coming off preseason and conferences and whatever they've been told to call. If they're going to crack down on it in the Elite League this year, because some of the stuff that got away with last year was pretty diabolical in some of the instances, in my opinion. But you have to find that fine margin where you're not the center of it and the game is played.
Still 50 seconds of Leksands power play going on amongst all of this. And here they come with Olas into the offensive zone. O'Connor. Olas. Finn Olsen waits top of the slot. Oh, it's played across and it's in. Lovely finish. Put into the net by Leksands. They've doubled their lead. And it's been scored by Matthias Karlsson.
Yeah, it all starts with O'Connor on the blue line with a bit of poise, but there you can see Karlsson just in between, but going back there the other way, that's a pretty skillful move to go back from low to high. The Sheffield defense just don't see him coming in, and when they do see him, it's a little bit too late. But good to see Paul Thompson here getting Brad Day into the game as well, and getting Whistle out and giving Brad Day some ice time here to get his season off to a start as well.
Here's Buzzio, puts the brakes on, can't find a pass across. Stick check was enough to prevent the scoring chance. Day just steers it to the corner. Martinelli is in on the play for the Steelers. Brandon Whistle watching on. The conversations are continuing behind the play, and there's a little bit of shirt grabbing, and there's a big left. Martinelli drops the gloves and he wants to throw some punches. Here come those rights. Atarius wants to have a few back himself as well. The helmet is off. Martinelli and Atarius exchanging blows. And the linesmen step in. And that's been bubbling all weekend.
Yeah, Atarius comes in and a couple of hits, and yeah, Atarius is not too happy now after all what's going on.
I think Atarius has got a bloodied nose here.
Yeah, well, he should do, to be fair. Martinelli's a lot bigger guy, probably a lot more experienced in the fighting area, and probably surprised the young Swede a little bit. But again, you had Brandon Whistle in there giving a couple of jacks in the back of one of the players as well. And
Lang carried it a long way, couldn't get around Johnson. Pass inside, O'Connor with the shot, it bounces off the leg of Gula. Bergqvist faked the shot, fed it to Lang. Valkve Olsen towards goal. Puck is sitting there at the side of the goal. The Steelers trying to get it clear. Delarove had a chance. Valkve Olsen scores! He scored twice here in pre-season last year for Södertälje, and he's on the board again here.
Yeah, but the wasp in the ointment there was Ben O'Connor. He stayed low for that whole shift and just caused a little bit of havoc down low. As you can see him there coming up from the side of the net. Immo in there as well, doing what he can to tie up the Sheffield defenseman. And Valkve Olsen finding the under the arm of Brad Day from pretty close range, and a pretty good shot.
Carlson. Cross for Nielsen. He has his stick knocked out of his hand. Legally, Lang and Matheson exit the box, and Lang is straight up into the play as the shot beats Day. He was unsighted, and O'Connor has got himself a goal, and he'll really enjoy that one.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity for Ben O'Connor. You can see him just sort of sidestep Eberle there, and the screen is sort of a moving screen right here, just unsights Brad Day, and the shot's coming. Brad's in a pretty good position there, but O'Connor shooting back against it, and you can see the reaction from Day, just sort of giving it the old hands up thing. So
penalty expires and the pass goes through everyone, straight to Pitt, out of the box, and shoots wide. Maybe a little touch from Arntzen, but that was perfect for Pitt. He stepped out just as the puck was arriving. Gunnarsson. Around the boards, beyond Persson. Out front, it's on the backhand. Buzzio making life difficult. Day makes the first save, and Persson finishes off the rebound.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication in Sheffield's zone. It allowed the Swedish player to be out all by himself. Forsberg does a good job holding off Buzzio and gets a little backhand away. Brad Day does kick it out, but Matheson just a little bit too far away from Persson to flip it up over the arm of Brad Day, who can't quite stretch and get side to side.
Gunnarsson. And he has it taken from him by Buzzio, and the Steelers have got a break here. Johnson trails, Buzzio plays the pass across, and it was too firm for Owens. And the Steelers didn't make the best of that opportunity. They'll get another go here. Buzzio gets it back and shoots over the top. Now the Steelers have got to get back. Break pass. Forsberg's onto it, but it's forced him wide. McFadden hustling to get back. Plays it in front. Nordsater. Oh, and it's got through. Persson has got his second of the period as it squeaks by Brad Day. Just as play gets back to 5-on-5. It's 6-0 to Leksands.
Well, you can see how quick they break the other way. Just that little bit of puck watching there by Owens. Owens actually makes the pass across. A bit unfortunate. Brad does get a blocker to it, but it just dribbles up and over the top. So
Imo into a tight spot, bounces back to him. O'Connor across, Gunnarsson again, Day with the save, follow up, he makes another stop. Puck is still there and that one deflects over the top. Pitty's out of the box, straight into the play, not a breakaway this time. He's getting involved in the defensive work. Lang towards Imo. Gula trying to keep an eye on him. Comes out to O'Connor, he winds and fires and Day makes the stop. Imo slow to get back to his skates. Gunnarsson hammers another one, that's a third he's tried to climb into on this shift alone. O'Connor forward, that's a ripper into the top corner. Oh, we've seen that plenty of times.
Yeah, Ben O'Connor not scared to go high glove, definitely. You know, Brad will have seen an awful lot of that, I'm sure, in practice, but a good opportunity again. Comes through the high slot, and again, that's a pretty darn good shot up over the elbow of Brad Day.
De La Rovere, physical against Carlson. So difficult to knock off the puck. It's taken 3 to take away. Oh my word, David Phillips.
Yeah,
and the punches are going to come from Nordsater. He collided with the netminder and Phillips swings and they wrestle to the ground and they want to keep going, but the officials say that's plenty. Karlberg. Phillips went in for the hit and Martinelli was right on the scene also. Oh, and there's going to be another slashing call here, and this is just getting silly now.
And it's Arterius
Phillips
again,
is going in for it one. He's dropped the glove, and we're all going to pile in.
But it's the young guy that went fighting with Martinelli in the first period, or second period, and this time Jonathan Phillips, I was saying he may not come back at him, but he's right back at him. And everybody's in having a bit of fun now, as it descends into a little bit of chaos and the fans have something finally to cheer about.
Penalty box is open for Leksands, but there's nobody in it.
Yeah, it'll be Arterius going in there again. They're going to send them both for early showers, I think, just to get them out.
Chicken dance from David Phillips as he makes his way off the ice. And also making his way off is Eric Arterius. So at the end of all that, it's 5-on-5.
Just for a change here in the third period.
Icing is waved off, chance, oh, save made, follow-up chance for Brown. It was nearly there for Whistle, and then the nets come free.
Yeah, the young netminder didn't expect that to come off the boards the way it did. He was calling for the icing, and Whistle just got a step on the defenseman and kept going, and the bounce came right back through the crease, and just about had a little opportunity there to poke it in as the defenseman stumbles. Right there, you see it comes back out.
But it is a Leksands victory tonight. They have bounced back. And the parade to the penalty box has been the story of this game. So many penalty minutes. But the Steelers' penalty kill has been outstanding over these two games. The Leksands take the second game of this doubleheader by a score of 7-0. Ben O'Connor is the Leksands man of the match. 2 goals. I don't think there'll be an Eddie. Steelers man of the match tonight is Tanner Eberle.
Jana, we'll talk about the whole weekend as a whole, but I guess starting with tonight, the coach has just said he hasn't learnt anything, and I guess it's the same for the players.
Yeah, it was tough tonight. There was no flow to the game. There was so many penalties and stops and starts. Tough to play 5-on-5, and you know, exhibition games like this pre-season, that's what we want to be doing. Obviously, you want to kind of work on your power play and penalty kill, but not as much as we have, especially tonight.
How does it feel? How frustrating is it during the game? It's frustrating for those watching, but for those playing.
Yeah, definitely frustrating. You know, you want to try and find the chemistry with your line mates and you know, figure out what each other does and how each other plays. So when there's interruptions like that, you know, guys, you know, some guys play more, some guys play a lot less. It's tough for them to get on and really kind of get into the game and get going.
Saturday, that was a different story, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was unreal performance, especially our first game. We've had a great first week. I think we're all pretty tired in there now. We've been pushed to our limits, but we've enjoyed it. I think as a team we've kind of come together well, and just embraced the hard work which has been put onto us.
You'll have Monday off and then back at it against on Tuesday.
Yeah, good rest day tomorrow, and then Tuesday another good practice, and I think Danny's got something for us in the afternoon.
And then, of course, you have that week off before we get into it. And when we spoke privately a few days ago, you were saying how important that third weekend is, where you'll be away from the rink. Yeah,
I think especially before the real kind of season starts, I think that's a massive call by the club. It is a very smart idea. They've been pushing us, and they'll push us these next 2 weeks as well, and then all lined up to have a couple of days off before that season starts, and it'd be a good time to get away from the rink and just kind of relax for a couple of days before the real work starts.
Take us inside that room right now. What kind of group is it, and how different is it?
I mean, we're all kind of the same people, aren't we? We're all from the same kind of mould, and the networks are so kind of small in hockey. Everyone knows someone who's played with somebody, and so it's very easy to kind of make new friends within a hockey team. So it's as far as a new team goes, it's been good. Everyone seems to be getting along. Everyone seems nice, and I'm sure we'll get to know each other more tonight.
They're a bit frustrated as well with what happened here today. It's their first time, I guess.
Yeah, definitely, and they want to come in and show the club and the fans what kind of players they are. So, and a game like that tonight you can't.
Benny, congratulations on your first weekend with Leksands. What was it like coming back here?
Yeah, I think last night was really emotional. I think the nerves got the better of me. I just try to keep it simple and just try not to make any mistakes. And tonight I felt a bit more at ease and had a bit of a swagger back the way I normally play, and I think that showed tonight.
You've got a very talented team there that you're joining, haven't you?
Yeah, I think, do you know what? I think they took Sheffield a bit lightly last night. We haven't really been working on too many systems. We've just been bagging, so it's good to get in a game situation. And I think we came out a bit slow yesterday, and Sheffield deserved the win. And tonight we knew what we had to do, and I think that second gas and those four lines that are deep just kicked in.
Yeah. Your teammates, the language, you've played, of course, abroad before, it shouldn't be a problem to you, but if you gel, good team spirit, good early feel?
Bro. Good. Yeah, it's, everyone's a really nice guy. We've had Swedes here in Sheffield before, and they've all been good guys, and, so they've helped me out a lot with the language barrier, and, any translation that needs, they've helped, and, I know it's the honeymoon period, it's still early doors, but I'm having the time of my life, I'm loving it, and, it's all going well so far.
And the fans gave you a great send-off, a great welcome last night and a great send-off tonight.
Yeah, I got to say thank you to them. The 95% of them, fantastic. There's always 5% somewhere, but that reception last night was really emotional, and the send-off tonight. And I just wish Sheffield the best of luck this season, and they've got a great team, and I hope they do well this year.
Saturday, Paul, was great, wasn't it? A fantastic performance. Star of the show, McGrath and Jackson whistle, and they got the juices flowing. It was very positive.
Yeah, Jackson was outstanding. I mean, we're playing a hell of a hockey club there, and Jackson made some big saves, and Evan came away with a late goal. And Saturday had a far more flow than it did today, because it was just whistle, and so we enjoyed Saturday. We haven't enjoyed today because I haven't learnt anything. And
is that because the guys are so tired? They took some tired penalties,
but
that's because they're killing all the time.
No, we did take some tired penalties, but there was also some other stuff out there where last season's pre-season was far better. It was far more flowing, and I know it's probably a little more niggly than what this is. So I'm just frustrated that, and so is Leif, that we wanted to play our lines, and we wanted to get our chemistry going, and it just didn't happen tonight. But we've got to own up to what we've got to improve on, and fatigue did play a part in that. And during pre-season, I knew we'd drop off today. I really did, but. You can't kill penalties for pretty much 2 periods of a game and expect anyone to enjoy it, especially the fans.
So where does it go from here now next week? Looking forward to Timrah and your preparation in that week.
Yeah. We're going to be pushing them again, hard, really hard. And we're playing on paper, a better team than the one we've just played. And you didn't see the real us tonight, and they took advantage of it. Leksands, I think Leksands, like I said, I think they're a step ahead of us fitness-wise, you know, on where we are in our pre-season, and got a lot of tired boys in there, a lot of frustrated guys, a lot of new guys that couldn't believe what they saw today.